Welcome to KDX Bricks Analytics, where I watch all the Lego investing and reselling videos so that you don't have to. So let's jump right into it. The table on the left here shows cumulative metrics from July 1st to September 30th, 2022. As you know, this channel is all about me watching all the other YouTube videos about Lego investing and reselling, collecting a bunch of data, putting together some metrics, running some analytics on it, and sharing with you all the results. And now there are 525 Lego set mentions, kicking off with 76188, Batman Classic TV series Batmobile. This set has been top of the list pretty much the entire time. E-score of 3 and 11 mentions. Second one here is the Batman versus the Joker Batmobile Chase, the 4+ set. It has one additional mention up to 3. Third set is a Duplo set that got its second mention, Santa's Gingerbread House. I really like this set. I haven't put a lot of effort into figuring out which Duplo sets are a good investment, but I know some of them have been in the past. This is a cool set for me. I think it's very, very interesting for the 2+ Duplo line. And now on to Lady Liberty, Brickheads 40367 got its second mention. Enthusiasm score 3. I think this one will do well, and I think it's running under the radar a little bit. A lot of the other White House, Congress, and other like United States national government icon buildings and structures have done pretty well. Most of those have been in the architecture line, but still they've done pretty well, and so I think this one will do well, but it is only a $10 set, so you have to sell a lot of units. And now on to this Christmas tree set, and if you watched my last video, it was this 2-week period, or the September 16th to September 30th 2-week period is the first time this set has been mentioned in other Lego investing and reselling YouTube videos that I'm watching, but I did want to highlight it here because it got 2 mentions. It does have an enthusiasm score of 3, and this is one of the larger Christmas tree sets that Lego has put out. Even though it's not my favorite per my comments in the last video, I still wanted to highlight it here. All right, now I'm going to scroll down because obviously anything that it doesn't have a yellow highlight has not changed since 2 weeks ago here on the cumulative table. So I'm just scrolling down slowly so you can pause it and follow along. But the next one that did change was this set right here, 76239, Batmobile Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown. Got 2 more mentions up to 7, and with an E-score of 2.9. I love this set. I wish I had a ton of them to resell, and I'm even going to make sure I build one myself. Next one up, Demogorgon 11, 13 mentions. I think that's the most mentioned so far. 3 more in this last 2-week period, and a 2.8 enthusiasm score. Outstanding set for investment resell. Same thing with this one, Voldemort, Nagini, and Bellatrix 40496. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. It has 2 more mentions up to 12. Now on to one of the top scoring Speed Champion sets, 76903, the Chevy Corvette 2-pack. And this is an absolute favorite, one of my sets. I mean, I love the car sets, Speed Champions, you know, the other a lot of the Technic cars. So a lot of the vehicles or cars, especially sports cars, that Lego makes, I really like. Speed Champions historically does very well. Of course, a lot of people are becoming aware of that. And so Speed Champions is slowing down a little bit in terms of investment, but this one will do very, very well in my opinion. Got another mention up to 5, 75316, Mandalorian Starfighter. It's Mandalorian, and it has 3 fantastic minifigures and a great price point of $60. Sesame Street 21324. I love this set. I didn't get on this one quick enough, and so I didn't get what I wanted for investment and reselling. Next one also is great, International Space Station. 2 more mentions up to 9. One of my favorites. Attack on the Burrow, also one of my favorites. Great scene from the movie. Great unique looking Harry Potter structure and building. A bunch of exclusive minifigures, and it got another mention up to 9 with an E-score of 2.6. The NASA Apollo Saturn V. This set is absolutely fantastic, and I know it's been out on the shelves in this version and the last set number, and everybody has it, but I still think it's gonna do well. 2 more mentions up to 9. The Batwing, 2 more mentions up to 8. A wonderful set, 2 exclusive minifigures, and a really, really awesome looking build. 1 more mention for the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle up to 2.6 for the E-score, and 7 total mentions. Another Brickheads that is outstanding, has an E-score of 2.5 with 11 mentions. Got 2 more this last 2-week period, is this Buzz Lightyear. This has got to be one of the best looking Brickheads because you look at it, you know exactly what it is. 75319, another Mandalorian set, got its 6th mention. This set is outstanding. The Bugatti Technic Supercar 42083, up to 4 4 mentions with a 2.5. A Christmas set here, they historically do very, very well. It got its first 2 mentions in the last 2 weeks, and I love this set. Darth Vader Meditation Chamber, up to 10 mentions now, even though it's not the best looking build. The scene is so iconic, and anything with Darth Vader in it typically does well, so I can see why it's up to 10 mentions, even though it's not my favorite. The Boba Fett helmet, up to 9 mentions with an E-score of 2.4. The Disney Castle, 3 more mentions, up to 8, and it jumped up to a 2.3 enthusiasm score. I think this one just has to do well in retirement. It could take a long time because it was on the shelves a long time. I mean, it is the iconic structure in the Disney universe with the iconic minifigures, and it's a pretty good price for the size. Santa's Sleigh got 3 more mentions, up to 4 with an E-score of 2.3. Thor's New Asgard is up to 3 mentions. I love this set. Another set that is great is this Harry Potter chess set. Got 1 more mention, up to 5. Scout Trooper helmet. This one I've talked about a few times, and I've said that others haven't been too excited about, but I'm continue to get more and more excited about it. So it's up to 9 mentions, which is pretty good. This Brickheads here, 40559, an absolute winner. 1 more mention, up to 7. The Fiat 500 got 2 more mentions, up to 4 with an E-score of 2. The Ahsoka Tano Brickheads dropped to a 2 in enthusiasm score, which isn't bad. You know, that's still very solid. It's getting mentions, and it has 3, and I think it dropped primarily because it's a $10 price point, and you got to resell a bunch of them to make it worth the time. But it is the commemorative 150th Brickhead set. Middle section of this table didn't have any changes, but I'll scroll through slowly so that you can refresh your memory as to what's on here. Feel free to pause at any time. A lot of Star Wars sets here in the middle that I think will do well over time and should get more mentions. And now we're on to the Elf Clubhouse. Got 2 more mentions, up to 8, and then 75283 up to 5 mentions. Not my favorite set, but the minifigures are good. 71374, the Nintendo Entertainment System, 1 more mention for a total of 3, but dropped to a 1.7 E-score. Also with a 1.7 enthusiasm score is the Lunar New Year Traditions with its 3rd mention. The Imperial Star Destroyer got 2 more mentions, up to 7, and the E-score is middle of the pack. And I think these mentions are primarily because it's, you know, such a huge set. So people, of course, are curious, could they make just a few purchases and flip them for a big chunk of money so that way you can cut down the number of transactions. The T2 Camper Van, 1 more mention to 5. Same thing with the F-150 Raptor. I love this set. I didn't get it when it was on the shelf because it was only on the shelves for a year, and I am kicking myself, but I saw it go on sale for $50 briefly on Walmart, and I just missed it, and then I decided to cut my nose off to spite my face, hoping that it would go back down to that price, so I never got it at the $75 price that it was out there a lot. If I do get this one, it will be at a premium. 1 more mention for the Imperial Probe Droid. 1 more mention for the Land Rover Defender. I like this set a lot. I just don't know how well it's going to do in retirement. It should do well. It could just be a little while. 1 more mention for the Charms class, and another mention for Duel on Mandalore. So it's up to 5, which is pretty good. So 5 mentions on this, $20 for 2 minifigures. Been able to get it on sale a lot. Only an E-score of 1.4, but I think it'll do pretty well in retirement. Just have to sell a lot of units. The 3rd mention for the Lunar New Year Ice Festival, and then the 2nd mention for this Monkey Kid set right here. Coming in 3rd place for me on this video is the Buzz Lightyear Brickhead. Yes, it is a smaller set, but only on the shelves for less than a year, actually. And Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear is awesome, so him coming back will drive this set's popularity high. I wish I had 1 million of them to resell. Of course, if I had 1 million to resell, then I could make $1 each and have $1 million, but still, this set is going to do outstanding. So that's my 3rd place. My 2nd place set is not this one. That's my 1st place set. My 2nd place set is this one, 40496, Voldemort, Nagini, and Bellatrix. So another Brickheads, another smaller set, but $25, pretty good price point for Brickheads. It was only on shelves for a year and a half. You know, it's the Harry Potter bad guys. Yeah, how can you go wrong with this set? And plus, Bellatrix's hair is just fantastic. For me, some of the Brickheads are hard to really know what they are when you first look at them because of just their style and the fact that they're boxy and everything. And, you know, even Voldemort, I look at it, okay, I understand who he is, but it takes a second. Bellatrix, you know instantaneously. This one has up to 12 mentions so far in my cumulative table. 1st place is the Batman Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, and it was only on the shelves for just over a year. And this one is already up to 7 mentions. The set is just fantastic. The minifigures are outstanding. 2 great minifigures. They're both exclusive to this set. And then a great vehicle. It's not one of those situations where you have to buy the set to throw away the vehicle and keep the minifigures. This is a great vehicle. Very fun build and just looks tough and very identifiable to me. And worth pointing out here on the screen, 267 ratings with a 4.6. So that's a wrap on this video. I will see you in the next one.